Have you heard about Pastor Phil, the so-called end times preacher? This guy would stand in his Lagos church, decked out in designer suits, preaching against materialism, but behind the scenes, he was living a life of absolute luxury. His church wasn't just a place of worship. It was a front for politicians to launder money and those generous offerings from his devoted flock. They were funding his lavish lifestyle with properties in Dubai and America. For over 20 years, Phil's main sermon was the imminent return of Jesus. He built his entire empire on this prophecy. Then he did something bold. He set a date, Christmas Day, 2025. He declared this would be the day the world would end. His followers, believing every word, went into a frenzy. They sold their homes, their businesses, and gave all their cash to Pastor Phil to prepare for the end. Millions poured into his accounts, which he promptly used to buy more luxury cars and even a private jet. But then Christmas 2025 arrived. The sun rose, birds sang, and nothing happened. The world kept spinning. The shock among his members turned to pure outrage. They had lost everything, all based on his lie. "You deceived us." They screamed. In that moment, Pastor Phil's carefully constructed empire began to crumble. The consequences came swiftly. Lagos police raided his church, uncovering a massive web of fraud and money laundering. Authorities froze his assets in Dubai and America. Even his own family, living large in the States, cut all ties with him. He was alone, facing the ruin he created. And here's where the story gets really juicy. On that same Christmas Day, while Phil was staring down a long prison sentence, his furious congregation stormed his mansion. They broke down the doors and found his secret vault inside. Stacks of cash, priceless jewels, and a collection of fake passports. They found Phil hiding, still in a pristine designer suit, begging for mercy. But the final blow came from an unexpected place. A young woman named Ugochukwu, one of his former followers, had had enough. She hacked into his online sermon archive and exposed all his hypocritical teachings to the world. Videos of him preaching against wealth while flashing his expensive watches went viral. His face became a global meme for hypocrisy. Justice in the end was served, not by fire and brimstone, but by the very people he betrayed. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow for more stories like this.